Not much on the log today. I just kind of wade through things. The aggravated assault, that was a couple of guys that know each other. One of them threatened the other with a crowbar. No injuries from that. The suspect hasn't been found. The two assaults, or simple assault domestics. The burglary was a storage unit that was entered. The other was an apartment that was entered. The disorderly conduct's not much out of there. A couple of reports we did have yesterday. This was probably about 5:45. There was a group of 4 guys that put a couple of banners on bridges over Interstate I-29. So one of them was on 41st Street, one of them was on 49th Street. DOT was contacted. They took down the signs. We're not really sure who they are. We're still, I guess, kind of investigating that. It's not like they really did anything. I think that ends up being DOT's kind of wheelhouse. So
Is that like over one of the lanes or just like on?
it was on the bridge. Yeah, they were both. So it seemed like it was the same group of 4 guys. They were on the bridge and then hung a sign so you'd be able to see it from the interstate. One said, "Better dead than red patriot front us," and the other said, "No white guilt."
And where was the other one hung at?
One was on 41st Street and the other was on 49th Street.
Oh, so those two bridges.
But yep, those 2 bridges.
Were they arrested?
No, we didn't find the people.
Okay.
What time was that? Like when
The call came in, I guess I'm not sure. We got a call for the second one on 49th Street. And after the officers talked to the DOT worker, they found out that probably the same people had hung it on 41st Street. They had just been out there recently. So we got called about 5:45 yesterday afternoon. So I'm not sure when the signs were put up.
Oh, sorry, what were the signs made of, like cloth?
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't. It just says it was some banners, basically. Let's see here. Yeah, it just says banners, large white banners. So I don't know what the material was that they're made of. The embezzlement, that was a car that was loaned out. Family disputes, really nothing much out of there. Was a lot of protection order violations, some other reports. The frauds, ID theft, credit card. Somebody passed a couple of fake hundreds at Fleet Farm. They were gone when they discovered it.
is that like trying to at the register?
Yeah, I think, let me just pull that one up. I think they purchased something, but let me just double check here. Yeah, they used them to purchase items.
Is that like a motion picture or the Chinese writing or?
Doesn't say on this. They,
Or altered in some way or something?
yeah, it, I guess I don't know. It just says the 2 fake bills. They both have the same serial number. There were some other things on the pictures that didn't make it seem quite right. So I'm not sure if they were like washed to appear to be 100 or if it was something else that they did to it. But
What's a quick way for people to check for like fake bills?
well, all bills have a lot of security measures built into it, and I know there's a lot of businesses that rely on that pen, but that pen can be, it's not perfect. If somebody, when you call it washing it out, it's basically changing the marks on it, so it's an actual bill, but instead of a $1 bill, it may appear to be like a $50 or a $100 bill. So in a case like that, the pen is still going to work because it's an actual bill. Excuse me. But if there's watermarks that are built into it, so people hold it up to the light, they'll be able to see the picture in the watermark should match the picture of the president or Ben Franklin on the cover. There's also a thin strip in there that says what the denomination of the bill is. those really can't be defeated. I suppose if they would be, it'd be some high-end counterfeiting that would happen, and there's probably not a lot that you're going to be able to do to defeat that. But the pen is good in most instances, but holding a bill up to the light it's quick and it's easy, and you're not going to be able to forge those.
That's probably the surefire way.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, I mean, if I got a bill like that and I wanted to see if it was real, the first thing I'd do is hold it up to the light and make sure those security measures are intact.
What time did that call come in?
That call was a little after 5 p.m. yesterday afternoon. No, it wasn't. It was, let me see here. It actually happened on Saturday. It looks like it was just reported yesterday morning. So,
Is that kind of similar out of the one yesterday? That's the same 100?
no, that one would have been a different one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You know how many bills?
2.
Two?
Yep. The indecent exposure, that was a guy that was in at Cherry Rock Park. There was a few people that saw this guy masturbating outside. This was about 3:45-ish in the afternoon. Officers got there, found him. He was arrested for indecent exposure and then public indecency. Larceny is not much out of there. We just had one unlocked car, a couple of bikes, shopliftings, packages, kind of our normal stuff, but no high dollar items taken. Narcotics, no big quantities on those. The simple assaults were more domestics, nothing suspicious with the unattended death. And the vandalism was a few random things. We had a door, an inflatable pool that was damaged. Somebody stole a fire pit. Catalytic converter was stolen. A window to a building was broken. Nothing big. I don't think we had any arrests on any of those either. So
Just one converter small.
just one, yep. And that's all I have, unless you guys have anything else.
Update on the one missing, or the bike accident for yesterday.
Yeah, I don't have any updates on the bike accident. I'll have to track down the detective to find out if there's been any tips or anything's happened with that.
Still looking for tips on that.
Yeah, that was the newer white Jeep, either kind of a Cherokee or a Compass style vehicle. That's with obviously some front end damage. So that's what we're looking for. If anybody sees that, call Crime Stoppers, and I'll have to follow up with the detective to find out if there's been any tips, if he's been able to figure out who the driver was.
Do you have any updates you said on the East Arrowhead fatal crash from May? You said they were close to finishing that investigation.
Yeah, I mean, the reconstruction is done and complete. We gave out the speeds related to that. At this point, I mean, there's just a few loose ends, I think, that they're waiting on. So the detective, once they're done with that, they'll send that information over to the state's attorney's office, and they'll make a decision on if any charges would come of that. So it's, I mean, it's basically out of our hands. I think for all intents, the investigation is complete, but like I said, there may be just a couple of loose ends. Anything else? Okay, thanks.